ENHYPEN Desire Unleash full review. So I have listened to it more than 15 times now, and I think I'm ready to review it. So first of all, I would like to say that this is not just a comeback, it's a turning point for this group. They're fresh off their Coachella debut, and now 5 years into their career, ENHYPEN returns with Desire Unleash, which is an 8-track mini album that feels less like an EP and more like a compact manifesto. From the first listen, it's clear that this isn't just about playing it safe, it's about burning through. So according to Jay, this is the most important release of their career so far. And when you hear it front to back, you kind of get why. This is the moment where their past concept work, performance instincts, and real life ambitions collide in one dark, obsessive, and sometimes brutal meditation on what it means to want. Not softly, but destructively, almost. So, in previous albums like Romance Untold, ENHYPEN flirted with the idea of pure love, even romanticized longing. But Desire Unleash shifts gears. The group no longer whispers about want. They scream it, embody it, and let it swallow them whole. The concept is pretty clear. This is the darker, more seductive chapter in their lore. Desire here is not soft or sweet. It's unstable, dangerous, and inescapable. They sing about love that's too much, feelings that cross a line, and emotional hunger that turns violent. At times, the narrator wants to love, but just as often, he wants to consume, ruin, or even destroy. But underneath that dramatization is something very human. Jake puts it plainly. The themes might seem extreme, but they're metaphors for what we all go through. That push and pull between what we want and what we think we should want. So, let's talk about each track, track by track. Flashover, lightning the first match. The album opens with Flashover, a genre-blending intro that sounds deceptively calm at first, only to erupt in a drop that's jarring and immediate. It's a sonic metaphor for emotional ignition, when restraint snaps and desire flares out of control. With lines like, "You should take this far with me," the group sets the tone. This won't be a gentle ride. Sunoo described the song as intense and memorable from the first listen. And that's exactly how it functions, not just as a mood setter, but as a warning. Alright, next track, Bad Desire, With or Without You, Heaven, Hell, and Everything Between. This track, man, With or Without You. The title track is arguably one of ENHYPEN's most emotionally layered songs to date, I would say. It's built on a sleek dance pop foundation by Grammy-winning producer Circuit. As the track balances glossy production with messy feelings. It's super obsessive, it's conflicted, and it's addictive. This line, Heaven without you is hell. Hell with you is heaven. 너를 잃은 천국은 지옥인걸. 너를 아는 지옥은 천국인걸. That line captures the duality running through the entire album. Wanting something even when you know it might break you. It's a love song wrapped in a threat. Now, if you have watched the music video or performance, the choreography by design isn't overly aggressive. It's tight, it's restrained, and all the more unsettling for it. As Sunghoon said, it's about holding tension, delivering power not through wild movement, but through eye contact, through subtle emotions, and emotional control. That restraint becomes its own kind of intensity. Now, the music video pushes this further. presenting a surreal visual world full of firestorms, floating bodies, shadow selves, and even a giant rat-like creature. It's chaotic and disorienting, just like the emotions it reflects. Alright, next track, Outside, Breaking the Image. Now, Outside is a turning point, not just within this album, but within ENHYPEN's discography. It's built on a sample of 3 6 Mafia's Stay Fly, and this is their first full step into real hip-hop territory. The lyrics go pretty hard, like, was a pretty boy, but it's getting ugly. 머리 부술 듯이 hit me, 내 욕망의 소리. Was a pretty boy, but it's getting ugly. The sounds of my desire hit me like they're breaking my head. It's raw and unapologetic, discarding their early pretty image in favor of something darker, wilder, more impulsive. Jake called it a starting point for expanding their sound, and you can hear that ambition in every line. This it isn't just about style, it's about power. Alright, next track, Lose. Tension you just can't shake off. Oh, I love this track. So Lose slows things down without losing intensity. The mid-tempo groove and whispered vocals turn up the heat by doing less, not more. It's a song about physical closeness, about the hesitation right before giving in. NIKI mentioned that he was emotionally pulled in by the lyrics, and it shows. There's a nervous energy to the track, like a conversation happening in someone's head more than in a room. It's not the loudest song, but it might be one of the most psychologically rich. Next track, Helium. Now this is Jay's artistic breakthrough. This is the heart of the album, not just because of how it sounds, but because of what it means. So Helium is the first ENHYPEN track where Jay took the lead, co-writing, co-producing, and even playing guitar. He said he wanted to express how love can lift you like helium, but not in a light, floaty way. More like a balloon being pushed to the upper edge of the atmosphere. Beautiful, but close to bursting. Like the rock influence is loud and deliberate, with Heeseung's soaring vocals layering over squalling guitars. It's dramatic, but it earns every second. The song doesn't just sound different, it feels different. It's ENHYPEN not just performing, but owning their sound. Next track, Too Close. Desire, Soften. So after the chaos of the previous tracks, Too Close offers a breath, but only just. It's built on jazzy piano riffs. The song is smooth, sultry, and a little bit sad. The lyrics walk a tightrope. You so bad, I gotta move back, but I'm so into you. This isn't just about physical temptation. It's about the fear of hurting someone by wanting them too much. It's a vulnerable note in an otherwise dominant album. And because it comes late in the track list, it hits harder, like the aftermath of everything that came before it. And the next track, Bad Desire, English version. The English version of the title track closes the album, before the pre-released Lose. And it's more than a translation. Some of the lines land differently here, like sharper, colder, and more direct. It bookends the album with the final hit of Obsession and leaves no room for ambiguity. It's not a rehash, it's like a mirror. And after hearing everything that leads up to it, the message feels even more unsettling. With or without you. Oh, I love it. So, some final thoughts. I felt like this album, Desire Unleashed, doesn't ask for permission, so to say. It charges forward with the concept that could have easily turned cliche in lesser hands. Vampires, lust, temptation. But instead, it becomes something poetic, violent, even philosophical. So behind the drama is a group of artists who know exactly what they're doing. Jay called it shocking, and he meant it. But beneath the blood and fire is structure, intent, and a surprising amount of control. The album is short. Without the loose pre-release track, it's just like 17 minutes or so, but it doesn't feel lacking. It feels deliberate, like a play with a clear arc. There's an intro that sets the match, a climax that burns everything down, and a final scene that leaves you wondering what is next. And the members aren't pretending to be perfect. Heeseung admitted that even after Coachella, there are always things to improve. Jungwon said their lore and their performance are separate things. The stage is about presence, not mythology. And Jake is always thoughtful. He reminded us that sometimes desire isn't about extremes. Sometimes it's just wanting to connect. But together, they have made something extreme, and it works, at least for me. So I would say this before I wrap up. ENHYPEN is no longer a group with potential. They have arrived. And this album, Desire Unleashed, is proof. So there you go. Let me know what you thought about this album and your favorite track. Tell me everything. And please share your opinions through the comment section. All right? Peace and love. Bye-bye.